gymnastic flair there. One more pass to go.
Double pike. Great height. Penn State having a great floor performance.
That will be a big score.
Randy Personette.
The only one we've seen tonight so far. Double layout, 2 flips, stretch position. She just flies through that air. Great landing.
Finishing with the double pike. Great amplitude.
And she's looking for that third all-around championship, and of course that's second to a team championship. The first for Penn State if they can get it. And Rebecca Best talking to her assistant coach before she goes up on the beam. Rebecca Best, 13th ranked in the conference, has gone 9.85. And like most of the other gymnasts fighting consistent injuries.
He's right here. Layout, step out. She's so fluid on this event. She just keeps moving up and down that beam like she's walking on the floor, even 4 inches wide. There's her leap combination with leap directly into a leap.
Randy Personette score, 9.95. That'll get you somewhere.
Beautiful front flip just done there by Rebecca Best. Full turn, keeps moving on down that beam. Like I said, really fluid up there, confident. Very impressive dismount right there. Anytime you add elements to your actual dismount, it's just very impressive, and she sticks that landing.
A great routine.
And Ohio State continues to improve. From an injury-plagued season, they seem to be hitting a stride here at home.
There's her dismount. 1, 2 elements, 1.5 twists, stuck.
Junior Rebecca Best. All right, through another rotation, more to come. Competition heats up. We'll be back. Stay tuned. We're live on the Big Ten Network.
We all love our dog.
The vault results from Michigan. Natalie Bielstein, 9.9 for the freshman, Eddie.
What a great vault. And I, quite frankly, I don't know where they found the 10th from. It was a huge vault, stuck at 1.5. One of the few to do it in the competition. It was beautiful.
That's the way to break in as a freshman. On the uneven bars, Allison Buckley doing well. But again, they had to juggle the lineup because of the injury to Melissa Fernandez. And they had a couple of low scores that they have to count.
Yeah, they did. They struggled, and they will have to count a 9.55 and the 9.525. They're hoping not to have to do that, but it seems like the injury to Fernandez has affected them.
And Rebecca Best leading Ohio State on the beam as she has for so much of this season.
Rebecca Best showing her best, leading the way for her team.
And the big news on the floor, Randy Personette with that 9.95, second best score in the history of this competition. A lot of people have gone 9.95, and some, including Elise Ray, 9.75. And let's take a look at Bielstein's vault here. Again, the freshman, her first Big Ten championship. Watch this.
We do not see many of these in the competition.
Going after it. Ooh.
And not many landings like that either.
I'm not sure where the 10th deduction came from.
I'm not sure either.
Well, that's for being a freshman, you know, probably.
The freshman 10th.
That's the scene here on the big scoreboard at St. John Arena. The crowd is here enjoying live Big Ten Women's Gymnastics, the championship tournament. I'm Mike Liederman along with Eddie Humphrey, Elise Ray, and we hope you're enjoying this because it's quite a showcase for the teams as they get ready for regionals and then for the nationals, which will be held this year in nice, toasty Gainesville, Florida. And let's see, last night they named the Big Ten first team all-conference team, and some familiar names we already see from our competition today on it, including the freshman Musser from Penn State, Sarah Schmidt from Illinois, Simbutis of Iowa, and of course Kylie Botterman from Michigan, along with Sarah Curtis. And Sarah Curtis, who doesn't get a lot of the credit that a lot of the other Michigan gymnasts do, boy, she has been recognized. And there's your second team, including Bielstein from Michigan, the freshman, Gabishan from Iowa, along with Jessa Hansen, Knudsen from the Wolverines, and Kelly Morley, Rochelle Robinson from Michigan State, and Natalie Edel, who we'll see on the uneven bars later in the broadcast. Of course, these awards were announced last night at the Big Ten Conference Women's Gymnastics Banquet, which was a lovely black tie affair, or gold tie, depending. And Wendy Wilkinson from the Big Ten handing out the awards, and everybody got to watch themselves on some of the instant replays and have a great old time. So lovely event. And I know, Elise, you love to get dressed up in heels after your legs are killing you from all the gymnastics, right?
It is a funny arena to see everybody in a dress rather than a leotard, but it's a nice chance for the gymnasts to sort of say hello to each other and chat outside of the arena.
And there was haircut of the day. We just saw it. Fantastic. All right. We are coming up to the fifth rotation. Michigan State will be on the vault, and Michigan on the uneven bars, Minnesota on the beam, and the Iowa Hawkeyes will have their turn on the floor. Meg Stevenson talking about the Gophers, and the Gophers have been going well. Now again, the skew, because not all teams have competed the same number of events. Illinois, Ohio State at the top, but they've gone once more than Michigan and Penn State. And you're looking at Iowa, Michigan State, Minnesota. They all have strong scores for these teams that are looking to break onto the winning podium.
Well, this is an incredible race. You look at Illinois, Ohio State, who have done more events than everybody, are tied. And you look at Michigan, Penn State, are tied. So it's going to be tight here. It's getting crazy.
Kelsey Knudsen here for Michigan. Their turn on the uneven bars. From Ames, Iowa. Limited by knee surgeries to the bars and the beam. They use her on the bars as a consistent leadoff presence. Try to set the table while she'll anchor on the beam.
That's a new combination for her. Stalder blind change to immediate Jaeger.
What a competition to throw a new combination. This routine is outstanding. She does some Stalder work, which is where you do not put your feet on the bar, but you still circle around. It's very difficult, very impressive.
She's had knee problems here.
Good effort. Coach Scott Sherman gives her the applause for Kelsey Knudsen, the senior from Ames, Iowa.
This nice combination right here, giant full. You can see her beautiful execution right to a double back dismount. Just slightly short.
Seems happy with the routine.
Minnesota's on the beam this rotation. This is Amber Hammerschmidt for the Golden Gophers. Amber, sophomore from Rosemount, Minnesota. Kinesiology major who spent her freshman year at Arizona State, then transferred to the more temperate climes. No doubt.
Loves the snow.
Well, Meg Stevenson describes Amber as somebody having what she calls the Minnesota look. And long, tall, elegance. And right now, Meg has got an issue with the judges. So while they solve their problems, let's go to look at Maureen Moody, who is a specialist on the uneven bars, who finished second here at the championships a year ago on this event. Very quiet, very hard-working from East Lansing. And you see Beverly Plocky nervously looking at the scoreboard and then looking at Maureen. A very difficult season for her, but here she is looking for redemption in the championships. Maureen Moody, a senior.
She's going to be performing a very unique release called Horkina. You don't see it performed by many gymnasts. She has had some problems with it. Let's see if she executes that today.
Well, it seems like we're having scoring issues all the way around today, so see the cameras from the Michigan side ready to record her. But right now the judges are not letting her go. So we'll see what that's all about.
The judges are holding up the meat a little bit here. Leave it to the judge, right?
Well, they can do it. We can't do it without the judges. Michigan sending a large contingent here to Columbus. Everybody, there's the Spartans group. A lot of friends and family, and The Ohio State Buckeyes there. And here we go. Maureen Moody for the Wolverines.
Starting with a blind change. And here's that release I was talking about.
No problems with it today.
He's got it. Hitting those handstands. We're going to see a full twisting double back. Right here. Stuck it.
Wow. She had great height off that high bar. I had a feeling she was going to stick it. The higher you are off the bar, the more time you have to see the floor as you're coming down to it to stick the landing. Here's that very interesting release.
Called a Horkina.
Beautiful execution on it.
To a straddle back handstand.
And there's Maureen Moody. She's gone 9-9 in the past, and a wonderful routine for her. Shanti Taiki from Michigan State, again freshman from Columbus, Indiana. Here's her ball.
Another Yurchenko full. Seeing a lot of gymnasts really lock down the landings on this vault today.
You're going to be seeing a lot of her in the coming years. Kathy Clegg is very high on her efforts. Calls her a gamer.
Great efforts today.
All right, now we're back on the beam in more ways than one. This is Amber Hammerschmidt moments ago for Minnesota. Here's the sophomore transfer from Arizona State.
Amber is beautiful on the balance beam. She has beautiful hands, beautiful expression. There's a chance on beam here also to have a little bit of individual expression in the choreography between the elements.
Another gymnast with nice long, sleek lines.
Two back handsprings to a layout step out. She had a little bit of a knee bend there on her layout step out. The judges will take a little bit from her on that. And that jump right there is actually a very difficult jump because she throws her head back, loses sight of the beam. As you can see, she had a little bit of a wobble there on the landing.
Penn State, by the way, with a bye this rotation, will finish up on the vault and later on the uneven bars. Two very strong events for the Nittany Lions, who seem to be making a charge tonight. And again, it's hard to tell with all the different competitions going on simultaneously.
Cartwheel back 1.5 twist off the end of the beam for her dismount. Little step there too.
And Amber Hammerschmidt. Good work for her. Jordan Sexton now for Michigan. Jordan, a senior from North Carolina, a 9'8" on the floor. Redshirted a year, so she's technically a fourth-year junior. Here she is on the uneven bars.
Line change. Here comes a Tkachev.
And
Right
not just a Tkachev, but a huge Tkachev. She let go a little bit early back to that low bar, a little bit shy of the handstand.
And this is a risky dismount, a blind change to a double front, blind. Wow! It doesn't get much better than that on that landing.
Her lines, Jordan's lines, her toe point, her legs are just exquisite.
You talk about the line, you see she has an excellent toe point, just a tiny bit of hyperextension in her knees to give her that nice line, and just nails that dismount. Big smiles from Michigan.
Can't ask for a much better landing
I
than
think
that.
she surprised herself. What do you think?
Well, she's gone 9.85. Let's see what she gets today. Jordan Sexton, senior, tri-captain for the University of Michigan. Michigan State, this is Nikki Argyros.
Just a little bit of pike down. She didn't need it because it made her take a hop backwards. If she had flared that out a little bit more, she might have stuck that landing.
Junior from Livonia. And here live, Nicole Curler, senior from Bay City.
Strong approach.
There's that blind landing again, just a half twist. That step forward will cost her maybe 10th and a half, depending on the judge.
He's looking for a strong finish in the all-arounds as we go to Sarah Curtis, the senior for Michigan, here on the uneven bars, where she's 5th in the conference.
Good handstands.
She just finished her first release move to catch up, going the other direction. Second release, pack salto.
Sarah planning on being a doctor after gymnastics. Just to dismount, double layout. Stick, almost a stick, just a hop.
Michigan is really going for every single tenth. They're going for those handstands. They're going for the step landings. And that's going to make all the difference in the end. Big dismount. You can see how she rises above that high bar. The tiniest step.
And Sarah Curtis, one of the all-around contenders. Now let's go to Iowa on the floor. Cori Gabesian, who really likes to rock it.
She must be feeling so good after balance beam, hoping to continue that energy into her floor exercise. She's great on this event, really expressive, fantastic tumbling, super, super dynamic.
See Larissa Libby there, the coach.
And you mentioned how strong of an athlete is. And in this sport, you have to be so incredibly strong, so incredibly conditioned. I condition my gymnast at Gym America, and I have girls that do 2 sets of 20 pull-ups each day. And that just tells you how strong these women are.
That's right, and you need that for this sport. A lot of people don't know how strong you have to be.
Oh, you see that smile, that's real. Kylie Botterman concentrating hard. She's had an outstanding meet so far. Here she goes on the bars. She's tops in the conference on this event. Finished 4th a year ago in the championships.
Big Takacha. Oh, she's off.
Scott deduction.
Tell you about that rhythm on uneven bars. Very difficult to remount the bar. You can tell how great of a competitor she is. She is just getting right back into the swing of things. This is big for Michigan and for her individually.
Yeah, and that's very tough to come back, and that's unfortunately that's going to take her right out of the all-around hunt. And Michigan had a big opportunity right there to end that bar rotation with a huge score, but they will not be able to count that score.
She really went after this release move. Lots of tap, lots of height. Just brought it over the high bar a little bit too far.
Everything was just a little too late.
She ended very strongly, though. A true competitor. Beautiful double layout with a full twist. Very difficult.
And Alexis Russell goes to the beam for Minnesota. Alexis, again, one of the all-around challengers. Good score on the bars, the 9.850. She was 5th in the championships a year ago. And just waiting for the judges to give her the okay. And while we're waiting, let's go to a few minutes ago. This is Rochelle Robinson, Michigan State. Watch her on the ball. 7th in the conference. Let's see what she does.
I love the amplitude that she gets off the vault. Had a little too much power and had to take 2 steps.
You can see as she stepped back, she brought her front foot back to her back foot, which actually, as Eddie said, will count as 2 steps for her.
And Meg Stevenson still looking on with Alexis Russell, trying to get, as we used to say, the show on the road. The judges will not be rushed, nor should they be. Who said that?
And the judges are ready.
We told you she finished top 5 at the championships on beam a year ago. Alexis, a senior from Oakdale, Minnesota.
And you'll see why. She is an outstanding beam performer. Her dance is beautiful. She's very clean, very confident. You see the expression down to every detail in her hands and fingers. It's beautiful to watch. Back handspring layout, step out for her flight series.
Beautiful leaps. Just a small bobble.
See how focused she is up on that balancing. Her eyes do not move from it. Front tuck.
Very confident in her gymnastics.
Switch side. Difficult dance element right there. Pretty high in value. Just her dismount left. I've seen her nail these in warm-up and practice yesterday. Front full.
And she nails it
Just
again.
like that. Stuck landing.
Meg Stevenson, the Golden Gophers, getting a strong performance from Alexis Russell.
Coming towards you. Front tuck. Pulls it right back up. Punch front full right off the end, just as she has practiced. Stuck landing.
All right. Let's take a look at the floor. Here's Jessa Hansen. We heard that she came down with a bloody nose just before she's supposed to go. Gamer that she is, the sophomore is, oh, you see, oh boy. I don't know if she hit or if this...
Right before she competes.
That's tough to do.
Ever happened to you, Elise?
No.
with it in.
And look at her. What a competitor.
Well, we'll see. Good meet so far. You see her first two events solid, 9-8s. And Iowa really having a rebirth here at the championships after a rough regular season.
We saw some beautiful choreography from her on the balance beam. We're going to see again right here.
Double front. Just too much power. Had to step out of bounds. Couple steps.
And you do not see that pass very often at all. She ran all the way down the diagonal, and the only skill she did in that entire pass is a punch double front. Very difficult, very impressive. You don't see it too often.
When you lose a 10th for the out of bounds, or will it be more because it was 2 steps?
Just a 10th. I only saw 1 foot go off. This routine is packed full of difficulty, that's for sure.
Jessa, one of the gymnasts for the Hawkeyes who grew up in a hurry over the season.
She sure knows how to compete, not even thinking about that bloody nose when she's out there. Just concentrating on what she has to get done for that team.
And that could be a big distraction, but she seems to be handling it pretty well here.
It really could, yes. Handling it beautifully. Third pass, final run.
Good finish.
Nice.
Jessa Hansen for the University of Iowa. Now that was gutsy.
What a competitor.
That was strong.
Wow.
That was very strong.
All right, now Jessa's going to go.
And
All right. Okay.
trainer's taking care of her.
Oh boy. All right. She'll keep those photos for the family album. Here's Anna Balboa on the beam for the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers. Anna, first time we're seeing her from Monterrey, Mexico, a junior, where she trained with another famous Gopher gymnast, Judy
Back
Cavazos.
handspring, layout, step out. Flawless. No wobbles there.
And as we were saying, Judy Cavazos, one of the outstanding gymnasts for the Gophers a few years ago.
Anna did a beautiful jump just a moment ago called a sheep jump, where she loses sight of the beam, throws her head back, resights the beam and lands. Switch side. That's a very difficult dance element. It's actually worth some of the acrobatic skills that we've seen tonight. Dance element, hitch kick into a back gainer full. Solid routine from Anna.
Anna Balboa, junior for the Golden Gophers. All right, we move along. Here again, we're in the 5th rotation. We're on the floor with Iowa and Becky Simbutis, ranked number 9, and she an all-around competitor with 2 strong 9.85 so far. Here she is on the floor, where Larissa Libby has been trying to work with her and said the one thing about Rebecca is I want her to break out of her shell. I want her to be more exuberant, more excited. And we'll see her in a minute. Meanwhile, this is Kristen Furukawa of the Minnesota Golden Gophers. She's on the beam, 9-8 on the bar, as you saw. And she's got 4 wins on the season on the balance beam for the Gophers.
She's outstanding on this event. Her toe point, her lines, her execution. She always looks very confident, very crisp, and also choreographer, and obviously in her acrobatic skills as well.
Having a great competition so far.
You see Jim Stevenson looking on, the longtime co-head coach of the Gophers and wife of Meg, who finally stepped down, is acting as a volunteer coach now.
Front aerial just done. What's difficult about the balance beam is you have to hide all the nerves that you're feeling inside. It tends to make you a little bit shaky up on the event, but on your exterior, you just have to look solid and confident. And she absolutely does.
She looks both.
Nice.
Kristen Furukawa from Pomona, California.
Yes, this lovely mount here. She rolls herself. Watch this, right over her back, down the beam.
Pretty cool skill.
And they cheer the sports management major for the Gophers. Now we go to the floor, and here's Becky Sambutis. We told you they're trying to get her to be a little less inhibited. What do you think?
Well, she's coming out of her shell today. Whip to a double pike.
Nice.
It's the first time we've seen that pass today.
And doing that whip element, which is just a back handspring really with no hands, but going directly into a double pike adds a great amount of difficulty to that pass.
She's also a Gymnast of the Year nominee.
See her older sister in the corner there looking on.
Jennifer competed here last year.
Having a lot of fun out there with this routine.
And you notice how the rest of the team knows the routine because they're mimicking it in the background.
Yeah, they stand behind and do the moves in the background.
Oh, yes, all the time.
Gymnastics right there.
And of course, Jess is standing there with her nose all plugged up. She's still getting into it.
Cheering away, though.
Oh, my.
Team player she is. Another whip pass.
Lovely routine by Rebecca Sambutis of Iowa.
This is the whip to a punch, 1.5 twist, layout with 1.5. There's a lot of whip work. Small separation in the legs.
All right, 2 rotations to go. The competition heats up. The storylines build. We'll have it all for you. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Now, like first impression, would you marry me?
There's so many different things about me that I do not like.
Let's talk about something fun. How about magic?
Peanuts. I like cashews.
Any site can get you to a first date. But with eHarmony, those dates can be better. You get to choose from people matched with you based on deep compatibility. And that means something more meaningful from the first date onward. So try eHarmony.com today and review all your compatible matches free.
Consider this. There's a public university that consistently ranks among the top in the number of Peace Corps volunteers and in the number of graduates serving as CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, whether they are leading corporations or changing the world. The next time you see people doing extraordinary things, they are probably Badgers. The University of Wisconsin-Madison. Forward.
Some mother froze everything. I was 18 years old before I had my first fresh bun. The invention that I came up with is the Hot Dog Easy Bun Steamer. Steam is the key to a great hot dog. I knew it was going to be a success. The invention was so simple that I knew I needed to protect it. My name is Chris Chute, and I got my patent, trademark, and LLC on LegalZoom.
We created LegalZoom to help people start their business and launch their dreams. Go to LegalZoom today and make your business dream a reality. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
Sir, finding everything okay?
I work for a different insurance company. My auto policy is just getting a little too expensive.
With Progressive, you get the name your price option, so we build a policy to fit your budget.
Wow, the price gun. Wish we had this. We just tell people what to pay.
Yeah, we're the only ones that do.
I love your insurance. Bill? Tom?
Hey, it's an office party.
The freedom to name your price, only from Progressive. Call or click today.
You've seen the greatest athletic feats.
Here we go. Ah!
You've witnessed the unforgettable.
Stanzi lifts up, touchdown for the win! Go!
Now, get ready to honor the best of the best on the Big Ten Network Awards Show. The top athletes, teams, and performances will be crowned in this can't-miss event, the Big Ten Network Awards Show. Wednesday only on the Big Ten Network.
I'm Lachlan Ferguson, and I play tennis for Indiana University. I was lucky enough in my junior career to play at Wimbledon and play at the French Open and do a lot of things that the vast majority of tennis players never get a chance to do. But the side of things that's so different playing college tennis at Indiana is the team aspect more than anything. The guys that I play with here, I think I'm going to be calling teammates when I'm 50, 60 years old. Big life, big stage, Big Ten.
Why hang around waiting for opportunity to knock when instead you can track opportunity down and knock on its door? You might ask, what's the best way to identify where opportunity lives? Here's a hint. Its door is colored purple. Northwestern University. Opportunity awaits your knock.
All week long, the Big Ten Network is giving you an all-access ticket to the Wolverines. Every day, it's hours upon hours of must-see coverage beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll see the top Olympic sports moments, football and basketball greatest games, the best university showcase programming, and other school-specific shows and events. Get an all-access ticket to an entire week of the Wolverines. All this week, only on the Big Ten.
What'd you do for a Klondike ice cream sandwich? That's right. We said sandwich.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Adam Carolla here. Today's Klondike Everyman Challenge, pack the car. Fellas, when you're going on a road trip, I expect you to stuff your car like you stuff your belly to Vegas buffet. Join me at channel 115 to get started now. See you there, champ.
Si tú verdaderamente me amaras, tú me llevarías a un lugar bonito.
Ay, mi amor, los links.
Filomena. Juan Carlos.
Isabela, yo tengo Bing.
Bing. Bing.
Bing, otra vez. Bryce Predictor dice que es buen momento para volar.
Adiós, Juan Carlos.
No, no, por favor. No, los links.
Stop searching, start deciding with Bing, the decision engine from Microsoft.